Chosen one, listen closely. This is not a coincidence. You didn't just stumble across this message, He led you here. God is calling you into stillness, into divine rest. He says, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. For the next few days, you will not move the way you're used to moving. You will not see progress the way you expect. It will feel like time has stopped, but heaven is working while you rest. You are entering a sacred pause. What feels like a sleep is not slumber, it's protection. God is hiding you in His shadow while the storm passes. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. Psalm 91:4. The spiritual atmosphere around you is shifting violently, but you, chosen one, are being sealed off, preserved for what comes next. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. The Lord is incubating you like a seed buried in darkness before it breaks into the light. The waiting will test you, but the waiting is holy. Do not resist it. Do not fight to wake yourself up before your time. The enemy would love for you to panic, to think nothing is happening, but everything is. Every breath right now is forming your next chapter. You are standing at the edge of a breakthrough, and this silence, this pause, is your shield. When you awaken, you will rise renewed, unstoppable, and unshakable. So, stay. Watch to the end. Believe that this message found you for a reason. Comment "Amen" below as a sign that you are ready to align with heaven's rhythm. For those who remain faithful in this incubation, a new dawn is coming. And when it breaks, nothing will ever be the same again. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. Isaiah 40:31. Stop what you're doing and lean in. This isn't just another message. It's a sacred intervention. Right now, in the unseen realm, something holy is unfolding over your life. You're not just tired. This isn't burnout. What you're feeling isn't a crash. It's a calling. God is shutting things down on purpose. Heaven has issued a command: rest, beloved. Be still, because I am about to do what only I can do. You're being sealed, protected, prepared, and positioned for something extraordinary. This stillness you're being pulled into isn't weakness. It's divine strategy. God is drawing you into a kind of rest that has nothing to do with sleep and everything to do with surrender. This is not the world's kind of rest, it's soul surgery. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. Ezekiel 36:26. That's what He's doing now, quietly, deeply. You've been holding yourself together for too long, surviving when you were meant to live. God says, enough. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to explain why you're slowing down. You just need to let go. You might try to keep pushing, but it won't work. Your plans won't make sense. Your motivation may vanish. It's not depression. It's divine disconnection from noise, from performance, from pressure. The Lord is unplugging you from the pace of the world so He can align you with the rhythm of heaven. Your body will feel heavy, not from stress, but from the weight of glory settling over you. You'll miss alarms. You'll feel detached. Don't panic. Don't fight it. This is the holy hush before the healing, the sacred stillness before the shift. You're not losing time, you're gaining transformation. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. He's fighting for your mind, your body, your soul. While you rest, angels are at work. You are being recoded at the deepest levels emotionally, spiritually, even cellularly. Trauma is being unraveled. Patterns are being broken. Parts of you that hardened to survive are being softened to thrive. You are not being sidelined. You are being sanctified. This is the spiritual cocoon, the womb of rebirth. The pain, the pressure, the pause, it's all part of the process. You're not falling behind. You're falling into alignment. And when you emerge from this, you won't be who you were. You'll be who He designed you to be. Don't rush this. Don't try to wake up before the work is done. Let the stillness do its job. Let the silence speak. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Psalm 23:2-3. This is restoration. This is reinvention. This is revival. So stop striving. Stop explaining. Just breathe. Just surrender. Let heaven take over. And when the time is right, you'll rise with new strength, new clarity, new purpose. But for now, rest. It may feel like you're being left behind, like you're slipping into obscurity. But you're not. You're being hidden not by accident, but by design. God is pulling you into a private place, away from the noise, away from the expectations, away from the constant pull of performance. Not to punish you, but to protect what He's healing and forming deep within. Just like a seed must go underground before it can rise, you're not buried, you're planted. This season of hiddenness isn't abandonment, it's intimacy. You're being covered like Moses in the cleft of the rock, where God's glory passes by in whispers, not crowds. You're not invisible to heaven. You are being cradled in the sacred space where healing can happen undisturbed. No stage lights, no applause, no pressure to explain. Just God and you. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalm 91:1. The world might not see it. They may think you've disappeared, that you've lost momentum, but heaven knows better. You are not withdrawing, you are transforming. God is insulating you from outside voices because what He's doing in you right now can't afford contamination. This healing is too holy for public view. This isn't isolation, it's incubation. Let them wonder where you went. Let the silence raise questions, because when you return, you won't be coming back as the same person. You'll be reborn in clarity, in courage, in calling. God hides what He treasures. And you, right now, are His hidden masterpiece in the making. The Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:8. Yes, the noise outside is loud. Culture is racing. Social media is shouting. Even your fears may be trying to speak over His voice. But God's whisper always carries more weight than the world's volume. He's saying, be still. Don't run with them. Don't chase what I never sent. I'm doing more in your stillness than others achieve in their striving. Stillness isn't laziness. It's obedience in motionless form. It's warfare that doesn't look like fighting but surrender. While others grind for peace, you are resting into it. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Your soul is exhaling. Your body is coming back into alignment with heaven's rhythm. You are not behind schedule. You're finally synced with eternity. Truly, my soul finds rest in God. My salvation comes from Him. Psalm 62:1. This is holy reprogramming. Time is bending. Minutes stretch and compress because God is removing you from the tyranny of urgency. While others age under stress, you are being preserved by grace. Cells are renewing. Peace is penetrating places anxiety used to live. You're not just taking a break, you're being recreated. And yes, your routine might fall apart. Alarms may go off and your body won't move. Don't panic. Heaven is not on your clock. God is breaking you free from the addiction to hustle so He can anchor you in hope. What the world calls a delay, He calls design. When it's time, you'll move again, but with power you didn't earn, with wisdom you didn't have before, and peace that can't be shaken. Because while you were doing nothing, heaven was handling everything. You've stepped into a realm where miracles begin quietly, invisibly, deeply. And when you emerge, it won't be a comeback, it will be a reveal. You're not being lost, you're being launched. While you rest, truly rest, not just closing your eyes, but releasing your grip on control. Heaven is at work, quietly, powerfully. You're stepping back from the to-do lists, the emails, the worry, and God is stepping forward. Angels are going where your efforts couldn't. Doors that refused to open through effort are now swinging wide by grace. You're not forgotten. You're being remembered in boardrooms, in hearts, in places your name hasn't been spoken in years. Financial pressure that once threatened to crush you is lifting. Debts are being canceled. Alignments are being made. And the most astonishing part? You're not striving for it. You're surrendering into it. This is what it feels like to be blessed without burnout. It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep. Psalm 127:2. God is teaching you a new economy, an economy of grace. Not earned, but entrusted. Not through hustle, but through honor. Rest is not laziness, it's strategy. Your obedience to pause has planted seeds that only heaven can water. And now, while you sleep, contracts are being written, promotions are being positioned, inheritances are being released. The soil beneath your finances is shifting. This is no longer the season of just surviving. This is the season of supernatural supply. You've wrestled, you've wept, you've worked until your soul was sore. But now, you're stepping into provision that's not born from exhaustion, it's born from trust. God is funding your future through favor, not fatigue. There are relationships you've let go of in heartbreak and prayer, but God didn't let go. While you're hidden in holy stillness, He's healing what you couldn't fix. He's softening the hearts of those who once hurt you. He's doing heart surgery without your involvement. No texts, no explanations, no pleading necessary. The Lord will perfect that which concerns me. Psalm 138:8. This kind of restoration starts not with conversation, but with consecration. As you rest, the Spirit is bringing clarity to those who misunderstood your calling. Friends are gaining new vision. Family is being given eyes for your destiny. Enemies are being silenced not by revenge, but by revelation. You don't have to chase, reopen, or explain. God is not just hiding you, He's handling what's behind you. Trust Him. Let Him do the deep work, because when this season ends, what returns to you will feel reborn not by your hands, but by His healing in the hush. You don't even realize how tired your soul has become, not from years, but from wear. The stress, the striving, the silent wounds you never told anyone about. Life didn't just tire you, it weathered you. It stole light from your eyes, loosened your grip on joy, and weighed down your smile. But that changes now, because in this sacred pause, something far greater than rest is taking place. This isn't just emotional healing, this is a divine reversal, not just inward, but cellular. God is reaching down to the deepest layers of your being, into your muscles, your hormones, your brain chemistry, and He's whispering, "Be made new." You'll wake up not only rested, but restored, lighter in spirit, brighter in presence, younger in soul. Your posture will rise again, not from pride, but from peace. Your laughter will return, softer but more sincere. Not because you took a break, but because you touched eternity. He renews your youth like the eagles. Psalm 103:5. This is spiritual rejuvenation that the world cannot manufacture. You're being washed in a stream of renewal that doesn't flow from self-care or spa days, but from heaven's throne. Your body is aligning with the healing already happening in your spirit. And when people see you, they'll notice something different. They won't just see a glow on your face, they'll feel the calm in your presence. This isn't cosmetic. It's cosmic, a mark of heaven's hands at work. Your mind, too, has been a battlefield. Racing thoughts, inner static, the fear that hums behind every decision. But in this divine stillness, God isn't just calming your mind, He's rewriting it. This is holy neuroscience. The loops, the overthinking, the panic triggers, He's silencing them one by one. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. While you sleep, while you surrender, He's healing memories, dissolving trauma, and planting wisdom. You'll wake up with ideas you never imagined, answers you didn't chase, because clarity doesn't always come from effort. Sometimes it's born in trust. This isn't therapy, it's transformation. And here's what's wild: you didn't earn it. You received it. God does His deepest rewiring not in our rush, but in our rest. You're being lifted out of the tyranny of time, out of calendars and comparison, and pulled into a dimension where heaven is in charge, where clocks don't control outcomes and age doesn't measure value. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. Habakkuk 2-3. You've watched years pass and wondered if you missed it. You've measured your life by milestones you haven't hit yet. But God is gently undoing that pressure. He's removing the weight of should have by now. He's silencing the lie that you're behind. He's not in a hurry, and neither should you be. He's breaking the chains of comparison and delay. Others may panic. You will pause. Others may chase. You will rest. Because in this realm, time obeys God. He can restore a decade in a day. He can accelerate what was stagnant, redeem what was lost, and rebuild what was broken without stress. You are no longer bound to deadlines. You are aligned with destiny. This isn't just rest, it's a crossing. Your body may be lying still here, but your spirit is moving through realms unseen, into healing, into clarity, into Kairos, God's perfect timing. You're not running out of time. You're stepping into the fullness of it. You're not asleep. You're being summoned. This silence you feel isn't absence, it's an invitation. God is calling you into a deeper chamber of His presence, where the noise of life fades and the frequency of heaven becomes clear. He is not ignoring you. He is drawing you away, not to isolate, but to initiate. When God is preparing to elevate your purpose, He doesn't start by pushing you harder. He starts by pulling you closer. He puts you in a holy stillness, a spiritual suspension, so that He can pour into you what you could never receive in motion. It's not a delay, it's divine alignment. You might not remember the dreams, you might not have language for the shift, but you will feel the residue of something sacred. Ideas will surface that didn't come from your striving. Clarity will settle in that no teacher gave you. That's because your spirit has been in the company of God. Call to me, and I will answer you, says the Lord, and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. Jeremiah 33:3. You've been escorted into the mind of the Almighty. While your body rests, your soul has been receiving strategy, healing, and revelation. This is the curriculum of the called. This is how visionaries emerge, not by force, but by surrender. Yes, the world may feel far away. Your appetite for distraction may disappear. Your usual rhythms may break. Don't fight it. This is the cocoon before the wings. This is the soil before the bloom. It may feel like you're falling behind, but in truth, you're being fast-tracked by heaven. Every missed call, every unmade plan, every unanswered message is evidence that God is tuning your life to His pace, not yours. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. You are not drifting. You are deepening. You are not losing yourself. You are locating your truest self in Him. Let it last. Let it stretch. The longer He keeps you here, the more He's preparing you to carry. Wait for the Lord. Be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. Psalm 27-14. Not just to endure, but to rise. This isn't sleep. It's sacred training, and when you emerge, you'll carry heaven in your breath. This stillness you're in, it's not a pause. It's a preparation. God is not ignoring you. He's clearing the noise, the inner chaos, the nagging doubts, the constant need to perform or compare. He's silencing it all. Why? Because what's coming next requires clarity, not clutter. His instructions for your next assignment aren't being shouted from a mountaintop. They're being whispered into the chambers of your spirit. And whispers aren't heard in chaos, they're caught in quiet. You're not disconnected. You're being dialed into a frequency that most people never notice because they're too busy, too loud, too distracted. But not you, not anymore. God has drawn you away because something sacred is about to be spoken into your life. It starts in the silence. It starts with surrender. My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. Exodus 33-14. That's not a suggestion, it's a strategy. You think you're just tired. You think it's burnout or a fog you can't shake. But it's deeper than that. This is divine surgery. Heaven is working on the hidden parts of you, the unspoken fears, the secret insecurities, the quiet trauma you've buried under busyness. God is not resetting you, He's reconstructing you. Right now, your spirit is on the operating table of heaven. Grace is the scalpel, mercy is the anesthetic, truth is the suture, and love is holding your hand through the whole thing. He's rewiring your responses. He's healing places you thought would always ache. You won't default to anxiety anymore, or people-pleasing, or frantic striving. After this, your first instinct will be faith. Let Him work. Don't fight the stillness. Don't rush the recovery. This kind of transformation doesn't happen in the spotlight. It happens in the shadow, in the quiet places where no one sees but God. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147-3. When this process is finished, you won't come out the same. The day you open your eyes fully again, really open them, you'll see through new lenses. You'll carry peace like armor and speak with an authority that doesn't shout, but shifts atmospheres. People may not recognize you. That's okay. You didn't go through all this to be familiar, you went through it to be reborn. Your words will carry weight. Your presence will carry power. Not because you tried harder, but because God went deeper. This isn't punishment, it's protection. You've felt the tension, the delay, the waiting, but delay is not denial. God isn't holding you back, He's holding you together. He's enlarging your capacity before He unveils your calling. See, I have refined you, though not as silver. I have tested you in the furnace of affliction. Isaiah 48-10. This is spiritual engineering. He's building a foundation that can carry what's coming next. Yes, it's slow, but anything built to last takes time. You've asked, why not yet? Heaven answers, because I love you too much to send you unprepared. So breathe, rest, let the silence speak. You're not falling behind, you're falling into place. And when the time is right, you won't have to chase the door. The door will open, and you'll realize you were the key all along. God is building you in silence. While it may feel like nothing is happening, everything is. He's fortifying your mind with clarity, strengthening your spirit with resolve, refining your boundaries with wisdom, and sharpening your vision with divine precision. What you thought was waiting has actually been wiring. You're not stuck, you're being constructed from the inside out. Every quiet moment is strategic. Every pause has purpose. The delay isn't a denial, it's divine development. You're not just being prepared for an open door, you're being prepared for the weight of what's behind it. And that door isn't just wide, it's sacred. You'll need new strength to walk through it with grace, not just ambition. So don't despise the season, reverence it. This isn't wasted time, it's holy time. Heaven is pouring blueprints into your spirit that can't be downloaded through noise. Every hour of stillness is another layer of spiritual resilience. The work of righteousness will be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness, and assurance forever. Isaiah 32-17. And when God says move, you won't just walk differently, you'll be different. Yes, it feels like the world is sprinting past you. Promotions, platforms, popularity, you see others gaining ground while you're still being grounded. But what if their pace isn't your path? What if your calling isn't just forward but upward? This silence you're in, it's not emptiness, it's elevation. God is changing your altitude, and the higher you go, the thinner the air. Not everyone can breathe where you're headed. That's why He's training your lungs, teaching you how to live at higher levels of glory, where the view is clear but the climb is costly. You were never called to blend in. You were born to break atmospheres. But with that kind of call comes a consecration that cuts deep. God is stretching your spiritual capacity. He's increasing your discernment, raising your standards, reteaching you how to breathe in His presence. It may feel like restriction, but it's really refinement. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. 1 Corinthians 9:25. You're not falling behind. You're rising inch by inch, prayer by prayer, surrender by surrender. And yes, things are falling away. People, patterns, places. You're not losing them because you're failing, you're losing them because you've outgrown them. You stayed attached out of habit, loyalty, or fear. But God, in His mercy, is stepping in where you wouldn't. He's closing doors you didn't have the strength to shut. And yes, it stings. You'll grieve things that weren't even good for you. But healing often feels like heartbreak first. This isn't punishment. It's pruning. God is cutting soul ties that kept you tethered to who you were, not who you're becoming. The pain isn't proof you're being rejected. It's proof you're being redirected. That old door wasn't big enough. That old room couldn't contain the calling on your life. He's not tearing things down to harm you. He's clearing space to rebuild. Sometimes, God will disappoint your loyalty to others just to preserve your loyalty to Him. And no, He won't always give you closure. He'll give you freedom instead. You can't carry your future with hands full of fragments from the past. So let Him clear the room. Let Him write the next chapter. Because when you finally turn the page, you'll wonder why you ever tried to stay where you were. What's coming is not just better, it's holy, and you were made for it. You've always been the strong one, the steady one others leaned on, the fixer, the backbone. You've held it all together with grace on the outside and weight on the inside. But let's be honest, that strength, as admirable as it seemed, has cost you. It built walls instead of bridges. It taught you silence when you needed support. It became armor you never asked for. Now, God is gently dismantling that armor, not to expose your weakness, but to reveal your heart. He's not trying to break you. He's trying to free you. You learned strength out of survival. You didn't choose to carry so much. You just adapted. But survival mode is not your final form. God is inviting you into healing, not just holding it together. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. This is not the time to fight for control, it's the time to fall into grace. You don't have to perform here. You don't have to prove anything. You can exhale. You can fall apart. And still, God will call you His. That breaking you fear, it's not your undoing, it's your becoming. Real strength isn't pretending you're fine. Real strength is surrender. It's letting God touch the places you've hidden, the wounds behind the smile. It's laying down the hustle and learning to be held. God is reintroducing you to the soft parts of yourself, the parts that feel, the parts that hope, the parts that trust again. You are not being weakened, you are being remade. Not the strong one who hides her hurt, but the healed one who walks in honesty and peace. You've been sprinting for years, running on fumes, confusing busyness with purpose. But God is putting a divine stop sign in your soul. He's saying, enough striving, just stay with me. You're being detoxed from performance. No more chasing approval. No more tying your worth to what you produce. You were never meant to live burned out. Burnout is not your birthright. Rest is, peace is, joy is. In repentance and rest is your salvation. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30:15. God is not asking for more output. He's asking for you, not your productivity, but your presence, not your perfection, but your permission to come in, to restore, to rebuild. And when you rise from this place, you won't be driven by pressure. You'll be led by peace. You won't just survive, you'll thrive, whole, rested, remade. You were heading in a direction that felt sure, your dreams were mapped out, the path seemed clear, and even heaven had whispered its yes. But now, everything feels off course. The road you knew has disappeared beneath your feet, and the once familiar has turned foreign. But listen closely, you are not lost. You're being rerouted. This isn't punishment. This is protection. God, in His mercy, is recalibrating your course, not to confuse you, but to preserve you. That closed door, that unexpected turn, it's divine intervention, not divine disappointment. You're not wandering aimlessly. You're being led by the hand of the one who knows every outcome before you take a single step. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in His way. Psalm 37-23. God is not rushing you down the quickest route. He's leading you through the scenic one, the longer road, the deeper one, the one that takes you through the valleys where character is shaped, through the still waters where peace is restored, and over the mountains where vision is renewed. There are treasures hidden along this path, wisdom you couldn't gain in comfort, discernment you wouldn't have needed in predictability, endurance you only develop when things don't go according to plan. So don't mourn the detour. This is destiny's design. Stop reaching for old maps. That season is done. That path was preparation, not permanence. You've outgrown it. God is not trying to frustrate your plans. He's freeing you from thinking they were the only way. This twist in your journey, it's the chapter where God rewrites the ending into something far greater than you imagined. You don't need to see the whole picture. You just need to trust the turn. And in this shift, something else is happening. Your voice, the real one, is returning. Not the voice that conformed, or pleased, or protected itself, but the voice that carries weight. The voice that speaks life into dry bones, that commands storms to be still. But before that voice roars again, it must first pass through silence. God is quieting the noise because He's refining your sound. Like He did for Isaiah, He's touching your lips, burning away the language of fear, shame, and performance. You've spoken from wounds long enough. Now He's teaching you to speak from healing. This silence is not absence, it's incubation. New words are forming, new power is stirring, and when it's time to speak again, your voice will not tremble. It will tremble atmospheres. You will speak with divine authority, not to impress, but to break chains. Chains from your past, chains over your family, chains across generations. You've endured betrayal, disappointment, pain too deep for words, but none of it is wasted. God is gathering every scar and turning it into sound. And soon, when you open your mouth again, what comes out won't just be noise. It will be freedom.